Make your own future. Hi everyone, today I want to talk about something that every single one of us has control over: our future. Not someone else's version of it, not what society tells us it should be, but the future that we choose to create for ourselves. Too many people go through life reacting to circumstances instead of shaping them. They let setbacks define them, obstacles discourage them, and failures convince them that success isn't meant for them. But here's the truth: the future is not something that happens to you. It's something you build, one decision, one action, and one mindset shift at a time. No one is coming to hand you the life of your dreams. No one is going to knock on your door and say, "Here's everything you ever wanted." If you want success, happiness, or fulfillment, you have to go out and claim it. You have to put in the work, take the risks, and refuse to settle for mediocrity. Think about the people who inspire you. Whether it's entrepreneurs, athletes, artists, or leaders, they weren't handed their success. They built it, they made sacrifices, they faced doubt, and most importantly, they didn't wait for permission to chase their dreams. You have the same ability within you. Maybe you're facing challenges right now. Maybe you're unsure of what step to take next, but let me remind you, your past does not define your future. Your current circumstances do not dictate where you can go. It's what you do today, tomorrow, and the day after that will shape the life you live. So stop waiting, stop making excuses, stop telling yourself that you'll start tomorrow. Your future starts now. Decide what you want, take action, stay relentless, because the only person who can truly make your future is you. Thank you. 1. Your future is in your hands. No one else will create it for you. 2. Stop reacting, start shaping, take control of your decisions and actions. 3. Success requires action. Dreaming isn't enough. Work for it. 4. Your past doesn't define you. What you do now determines your future. 5. Start today. Stop waiting, stop making excuses, and go after what you want. Your future is in your hands. No one else will create it for you. This is one of the most powerful truths you will ever embrace. Too often, people believe that their future is determined by luck, circumstances, or the decisions of others. They wait for opportunities to come to them, hoping that success will somehow find its way into their lives. But that's not how it works. Every achievement, every breakthrough, and every transformation starts with a personal decision to take control. It's easy to look at others who have succeeded and assume they had advantages you didn't. Maybe they had connections, better education, or fewer struggles. But if you study the lives of the most successful individuals, you'll see a common pattern. They took responsibility for their future. They refused to be victims of their environment. They didn't wait for permission to pursue their goals. They stepped up, took risks, and made things happen. The moment you realize that you are in charge of your future, everything changes. You stop blaming others for your setbacks. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop making excuses. Instead, you start focusing on what you can do with what you have, right where you are. Maybe you don't have all the resources you wish you did. Maybe you're facing challenges that make the journey harder, but none of that means you can't succeed. It only means you have to be more strategic, more resilient, and more committed to your vision. Your thoughts, beliefs, and actions today are shaping your future, whether you realize it or not. Every small decision you make adds up. Choosing to work on your skills instead of wasting time, choosing to push through obstacles instead of quitting, choosing to learn instead of complain. These choices determine the direction of your life. The people who reach their goals are not necessarily the smartest, the wealthiest, or the most talented. They are the ones who take control of their path and refuse to let anything stop them. If you don't take charge of your future, someone else will. That means you'll end up living a life designed by someone else's choices, not your own. If you don't define your own path, you'll be stuck following a path that may not fulfill you. Taking control isn't always easy, but it's the only way to create a future that truly belongs to you. Stop reacting, start shaping. Life is constantly throwing challenges, changes, and unexpected events at you. Many people go through life in reaction mode, responding to circumstances as they happen, adjusting to situations they didn't plan for, and feeling like they have no real control over where they are headed. They wake up, follow the same routine, deal with whatever comes their way, and repeat the cycle. But living this way puts you in a position where life is happening to you instead of being created by you. If you want to build a future that excites you, you have to shift from reacting to shaping. Shaping your life means becoming intentional about what you do, where you go, and what you allow to influence you. It means taking control of your mindset and refusing to let outside circumstances dictate your actions. It means deciding what kind of life you want and making choices that align with that vision, rather than just settling for whatever happens. It requires clarity about what you truly want, not what others expect from you, not what seems easiest, but what will bring you fulfillment and success on your own terms. Too many people waste time blaming their environment, their past, or other people for why they aren't where they want to be. They let failures discourage them, criticism hold them back, and fear of change keep them stuck in the same place. But reacting to life in this way only keeps you from moving forward. Instead of waiting for things to get better, you have to take action to make them better. Instead of hoping for an opportunity, you have to create one. Instead of waiting for motivation, you have to build the discipline to push forward even when you don't feel like it. Every day, you are either shaping your future or letting outside forces shape it for you. The way you use your time, the people you surround yourself with, the habits you develop, all of these things are either moving you closer to your goals or pulling you further away. When you stop simply reacting and start being intentional, you regain control over your life. Challenges will still come, setbacks will still happen, but instead of being knocked off course, you will learn how to adjust, adapt, and keep moving forward. Success requires action. No matter how big your dreams are, no matter how detailed your plans may be, nothing will change unless you take action. Too many people get caught up in thinking, planning, and waiting for the perfect moment to start. They convince themselves that they need more time, more knowledge, or more resources before they can begin. But the truth is, waiting only leads to more waiting. There will never be a perfect moment, and the only way to make progress is to take action now. Taking action doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out from the beginning. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. In fact, mistakes are a necessary part of the process. Every successful person has faced failure, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but what separates them from everyone else is that they kept going. They didn't let fear of failure hold them back. They understood that action, even imperfect action, is better than standing still. The biggest enemy of action is hesitation. When you hesitate, you allow doubt to creep in. You start overthinking, questioning whether you're good enough, whether your idea will work, or whether you should wait for a better time. But while you're stuck in hesitation, someone else is already taking steps toward their goals. They are learning, improving, and gaining experience while you're still standing at the starting line. Success goes to those who move, those who take risks, those who refuse to let fear stop them. One of the most powerful things you can do is develop a habit of taking action every day. Even small steps add up over time. You don't have to make massive leaps overnight, but you do have to be consistent. Whether it's learning a new skill, building a business, improving your health, or working on a personal goal, the key is to do something every single day that moves you closer to where you want to be. Excuses will always be available. It's easy to say you don't have time, you don't have money, or you don't have the right connections. But if you let those excuses control you, you'll always stay where you are. The people who succeed are the ones who take action despite the obstacles. They work with what they have, they push through discomfort, and they keep going even when progress feels slow. Your past doesn't define you. Too many people allow their past mistakes, failures, and hardships to dictate their future. They believe that because they struggled before, they will always struggle. Because they failed once, they will always fail. Because they came from difficult circumstances, they are destined to stay there. But the truth is, your past is only a chapter in your story. It is not the whole book. You have the power to turn the page, to rewrite your narrative, and to create a future that is completely different from what came before. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has had moments of failure, moments of doubt, and moments where they could have given up. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not a lack of failure. It's a refusal to let failure define them. The most successful people in the world have faced rejection, setbacks, and losses, but they chose to learn from them instead of being defeated by them. They used their past as fuel to push forward rather than a chain that held them back. It's easy to get stuck in the mindset that your past experiences limit your future possibilities. Maybe you didn't have the best education. Maybe you've made mistakes that you regret. Maybe you've been through things that made you feel like you weren't good enough. But none of those things determine what's possible for you unless you let them. What matters is not where you started, but where you decide to go from here. Every day you have a choice to let your past dictate your future or to take control and create something better. Growth comes from learning and adapting. Your past failures are not proof that you're incapable. They are lessons that can make you stronger. Your struggles are not signs that you are doomed to fail. They are opportunities to build resilience. Every challenge you've faced has given you knowledge, experience, and the ability to overcome adversity. You are not the same person you were a year ago, 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. You have the ability to evolve, to improve, and to become someone greater than you ever imagined. No one else gets to decide what you do next. Your past is behind you, and what lies ahead is completely up to you. The only way it can hold you back is if you let it. Start today. Too many people put their dreams and goals on hold, waiting for the right time to begin. They tell themselves they'll start when they have more money, more knowledge, or more confidence. They wait for the perfect conditions, thinking that someday everything will fall into place. But someday is not a day on the calendar. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. If you truly want to change your life, the best time to begin is now. Waiting is a trap. It gives you a false sense of comfort, making you believe that delaying your actions will somehow make things easier later. But in reality, the longer you wait, the more opportunities you miss. Time doesn't stop, and every day that passes is a day that could have been used to move closer to your goals. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, luck, or resources, it's action. Those who succeed are the ones who start, even when they don't feel ready. Taking action doesn't mean you have to make huge changes all at once. It doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out. It simply means doing something, anything, that moves you in the direction of your goals, whether it's reading a book, learning a new skill, making a phone call, or setting a small target for the day. The key is to get moving. Action builds momentum, and once you take the first step, the next step becomes easier. Fear and doubt will always try to convince you to wait. You may feel like you're not ready, like you might fail, or like you're not good enough. But those thoughts will never go away completely. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who never feel fear. They are the ones who act despite it. They understand that progress is made through effort, not by waiting for perfect confidence or certainty. Starting today means taking responsibility for your future. It means recognizing that no one else is going to do it for you. It means choosing to take action, no matter how small, rather than making excuses. Your dreams will remain dreams unless you do something about them. The longer you wait, the more you risk looking back with regret. The only way forward is to take the first step right now.